Hello 3G, I hope you had a wonderful spring break. Welcome back to 18.1. So this is the second part of our lesson. So we are going to be getting into how to classify and figure out the names of certain shapes. So before we left for break, we talked about open and closed figures, what makes a figure a polygon. We talked about vertex or vertices, which are the corners, the different sides, angles, the name of some different sided shapes, so all that good stuff. We are going to be getting into, though, just quadrilaterals. Okay, so this is where you have to really pay attention and be able to see the difference between all of these different types of quadrilaterals. So we're going to go slow and make sure that we understand the differences, okay? So the first thing we're going to look at is a square. Now, if you take a look, some quadrilaterals have special names. So they are classified by pairs of sides that are parallel. So if you think of pairs of sides, think of your pairs of shoes, okay? There are one that sit right next to each other. So this is a pair of sides. This is also a pair of sides. Sides that are equal in length and angles that are right angles. Now, right angles are when they create this exact corner, and you'll know that it creates that corner like that because instead of having that circular thing showing an angle, it will be a square instead, and that is your clue and kind of like your freebie, that gift that they give you to let you know that that is exactly a 90-degree angle, which is considered a right angle. So if we look at figure A is a square. The opposite sides, so these are the opposite sides, they're across from each other, those opposite ones, they are parallel. So parallel means that these lines will run on forever without intersecting, okay? So think about railroad tracks, okay? Those tracks have to follow each other so that way the wheels wouldn't come off of a train. Okay, so that is what parallel means. They both are going in the same direction and they wouldn't intersect. Now, all sides of a square are equal length. We know this because we've talked about this a lot throughout the year. And then all four angles of a square are right angles, okay? And again, we can tell that because of these squared corners where the angle is. Let's move to figure B. Now, figure B is a rectangle. So it looks a little different, obviously. So I'll keep this up so you can see both. So opposite sides of a rectangle are parallel. Okay, so now they gave us two different color sides. We have the red and the red. These opposite sides are parallel. So if we continued to draw the lines out, they would not intersect. Now the blue lines, these are also considered opposite sides. These are parallel as well. So for a rectangle, only the opposite sides of a rectangle need to be of equal length. So for example, the red lines are equal length because those are opposite sides, and then the blue sides are equal length. Now that is different than a square because a square has to have all four sides equal. A rectangle needs to have two sets of equal sides in length. Okay, so this set is equal and this set is equal. Now, finally, another similarity to a square is this rectangle has all four angles as a right angle. And again, we can tell that because we have these squares here. Now, if you're forgetting what I meant as far as angles and the difference of the squares versus these circles, this is a perfect example for you to compare, okay? Here we have this square showing that it's a right angle, and here they're just showing us that there is an angle there. So, figure C is a parallelogram. So, opposite sides of a parallelogram are parallel. So again, those red lines, and I'll highlight these are parallel to each other. And then the blue lines are also parallel. So we have to think if these lines continued, they still would not intersect. They would keep going in that same direction. They would never be crossing. Now, only the opposite sides have to be equal length. This is similar to a rectangle. So both red sides are equal in length and both blue sides are equal in length. And now this one is just telling us that there are 4 angles. They are saying absolutely nothing about right angles for a parallelogram. So that really is the only difference between a parallelogram and a rectangle. So if they have those opposite sides being of equal length and they are both parallel, you are good to go, but you just have to look at those angles in order to compare these two. All right, and then finally we have figure D, which is a rhombus. Okay, so opposite sides of a rhombus are parallel. So again, when we talk about parallel lines, we have these are opposite sides, and if we continue drawing, they would not intersect. That's what parallel means. Now, and same thing if we went the other way. Do it in red as well, just so you can see the difference. So if these lines continued, they would never be running into each other or crossing. So that tells us they are parallel. Now, all sides of a rhombus are of equal length. This is like a square. All sides are of equal length. Now, difference between a square and a rhombus is that there are 4 angles. Now, if you notice, didn't say 4 right angles, it just said 4 angles. And here is it showing us that these are just angles. Now, I know this is a lot of information, so this is going to take some time and some practice, so don't get worried just yet. We got plenty of time. Now, our last shape that we're going to look at is trapezoids. So both figures E and F are trapezoids. So only one pair of opposite sides are parallel. That is super important. Okay, they only have one pair of opposite sides that are parallel. That is different than these other shapes that we've looked at. These all have had 2 sets of parallel lines. This just has this set is parallel, and then these are parallel. So here's a perfect example to see if you're still having some confusion regarding parallel lines. If we continued this going straight, and then we continued the opposite side, they're going to cross, okay? See this point right here? This tells us that they are not parallel. Same thing with this with figure F. If we continue drawing this line, it would eventually come to intersect right here, okay, which tells us they are not parallel. Now, for a trapezoid, there are 4 angles in a trapezoid. Now, if we look at the first figure, so they gave us 2 examples of a trapezoid because it can kind of change here. So let's look at E first. So it has 4 angles, and now the thing we want to keep in mind is these are all quadrilaterals, which are 4-sided figures. So they're all going to have 4 sides and 4 angles. We just need to keep in mind whether they're right angles, whether the sides are parallel, whether they're equal, all that good stuff. So they can just have 4 angles in a trapezoid, or it can have 2 right angles, but only 2. So if you look here, we have 2 right angles, and then we have 2 just regular angles. Okay, so both of these shapes are considered a trapezoid. And let's take a look at the bottom. So squares, rectangles, parallelograms, and rhombuses have 2 pairs of opposite sides that are parallel. I can think of the rhombus as a parallelogram with four sides that are of equal length. So this slide would be a great slide for you to go back to while you are completing your work to double check and make sure you are doing it all accurately, because this is a lot of new information. So we have our square, our rectangle, our parallelogram, rhombus, and trapezoid. Alrighty, so we're going to do some practice here. So we need to identify the figure that is a rhombus. So before we start, let's think back to the last slide, what we learned about a rhombus. So for the sides, the opposite sides are parallel. All sides are equal length. And there are four angles in a rhombus. So let's take a look. Make this a little smaller. There we go. All right, so we're looking for opposite sides that are parallel. Okay, these opposite sides are parallel. These opposite sides are parallel. Now, are all sides equal length of this? No. So we can probably narrow this down a little more based on just equal sides here, okay? This doesn't have equal sides. This doesn't have equal sides. Neither does this and this, which leaves us with just figure C. If you look at figure C, opposite sides are parallel. All sides are equal, and there are four angles. So for this one, it is figure C. Now identify a trapezoid. So let's do the same thing that we did for a rhombus. So things that we know about a trapezoid. We know that there's only one pair of opposite sides. Make this a little smaller. Are parallel. Okay, so it only needs one set of parallel lines. And then there are four angles, but can have two right angles. All right, so let's use this to help us. So we need to look for opposite sides are parallel, but it only has to be one set, okay? This has one set and two sets. So A has two sets of parallel lines and four angles, but it also has all equal sides. Now, this does not work because we have two sets of parallel lines. We only need one. Now, looking at figure B, these opposite sides are not parallel, but these are, so that works for us. And if we look, this makes a corner here, a straight, like L-shaped corner. So if they were drawing the angles for this one, it would look like a square here, and then an angle, regular angle here. So this follows all that we have written. So figure B works. That checks off on our list. Okay, now figure C we already know is a rhombus, so we'll look at figure D. These sides are not parallel, but these sides are, so that is good. That is one of our things. Now, four angles, two can be right. Okay, so this is a regular angle, and this comes together to make that exact L-shaped corner. So this is a right angle, so this would count. Okay, and then if we look at figure E, these sets are parallel and these are also parallel. So this has two sets of parallel lines, so it does not work. Now figure F, these are not parallel, but these are, so that's good. And then this comes together to make that L-shaped corner, so this is considered a right angle. and then a regular angle. So figure F also is a trapezoid.